Do you struggle learning a jazz tune and then kind of get lost when it's time to improvise? Well, I've got a simple process that fixes that. Starting now, I want to eliminate the stress for you. Just play along with me. You don't have to invent anything on the spot. Everything will be written out for you. I want to spark your motivation and creativity. We're going to use There Will Never Be Another You to learn this process. These steps will fast track learning any tune in the future, starting with something very simple. Just the root notes to each chord in steady quarter notes. Now, this might feel too easy, but this is exactly where most players go wrong. They skip this step, and that's why improvising feels confusing later. This step is training your ear to hear the chord progression in a very simple way. And in a minute, you'll see why this is important. Now we're going to move into shell voicings. These are simple 3-note chords that are easy to grab. Because they contain the 3rd and the 7th, that's all you need. Simple. Sometimes the root will be the lowest note on the 6th string, sometimes the 5th of the chord. But again, you don't have to figure anything out on the fly. Just play what's written on the screen and listen to the chords unfold in real time while you play. By the way, these are some of the steps that I get my patrons to do when they learn a new song each month. When you get better at this, try starting from a different chord voicing each time. Not to be perfect, but to get comfortable landing in different places at different times. That's how you start building confidence on your instrument. And in a second, we're going to connect this directly to how you build jazz lines. I want to mention that you can come back to any part of this lesson whenever you want. Repeat any section as many times as you need. You can
slow it down
if you have to. But be kind to yourself. This is not about being perfect or getting it the first time. This is about getting more comfortable one step at a time, over time. All right, this is where things start connecting. We're going to work with chord tones. And again, you don't have to think fast. You don't have to think on your feet here. Right now, I have everything written out for you. Your job is to notice the movement. Notice how each note moves to the closest note every time. Then, when you practice this, do it in the same manner on your own. And this right here, this is where improvisation actually starts to click. You're beginning the process to set yourself up for being able to improvise great sounding lines. Here's the key. We're not just playing notes. We're creating paths. Quick note, if this is clicking for you, I do this every month on my Patreon with a new tune. A step-by-step process that's even more thorough than what we're doing here. All right, let's keep going. Just some quick clarification. When you see a major 7 chord, try thinking of it as a 6 or a major 6. It opens things up more because the major 7 sits a half step away from the root. So there's literally no room in between those notes. But when you use the 6th instead of the 7th, now you've got space between all of the chord tones. This gives you more room to add passing notes, chromatic movement, or anything creative that you want to play. It may not hit home yet, but it will later. Now we're going to take everything that you just did and turn it into something that actually sounds more like a solo. We're going to take a motif, one idea, and then use that throughout the chord progression. You don't have to come up with anything yet. Hint. I've written it out for you. Here's the phrase that we're going to start with. Let's play it 3 times just to get the idea under our fingers. something that most players never practice. Taking one idea, this motif, and adapting it through the chord progression. Not guessing, but adapting. Changing what needs to be changed. And here's the big takeaway, okay? If you can do this, you can improvise on any tune, because now you're not relying on regurgitating licks. You're creating your own ideas on the fly, especially when you get better at this. I'm really hoping that this is getting your creative juices flowing. This also leads to developing your own unique sound. Speaking of unique sound, Jim Hall is a notable player who utilized this logical motivic way of building solos to a great extent. All right, now we flip the switch. Up to this point, you've just been following me. But now I want to give you a little freedom. This is where most people hesitate, but you're not most people, right? This is also where the real growth happens. You're in your own space. There's no audience, there's no pressure. This is where you start gaining some confidence, because you're giving yourself permission to just play. We're going to trade fours. I play 4 bars, and then you play 4 bars, all the way through. Use anything we've worked on so far, or don't. Just react. Think of this as a conversation. Let's go. Now imagine taking this same process to other songs. That's exactly what we do over on my Patreon. At the gold level, I walk you through a new song step by step, just like this every month. So you're not just growing a repertoire of songs, which is a good thing, but you're actually building ability to improvise with confidence. A full PDF of today's notation is available on Patreon. Join today to get a copy. If you want to improve quicker, let's build your confidence together. Come join us. Click on the link and I'll see you there.